This is the beginning of the attached garage remodel. It's going to be all about getting my attached garage redone to better suit our needs. Let's get started. So we're going to work in sections. And because I don't want to have to move stuff back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, we're actually going to do all the electrical, insulate it, and put the sheetrock up all at one time. But with all these stuff out of the way, we're ready to drill the holes and run the wiring. Well, the next step is to actually put the boxes in place. Well, moving on to the insulation in this section, we finished the electrical. A trick I've found for doing bat insulation like this is to actually get a machete and sharpen it like a razor blade. And it works very, very well for cutting insulation. So you guys get the idea. Realize that around this wire, I'm splitting it and creating a flap in the back. There's instructions on the bag on how to do that. As you saw, I split this and tucked it up behind this board to get the insulation value I'm looking for up there. Well, we finished up the insulation on this wall behind me. I'm going to go ahead and install the sheetrock on the ceiling in this corner. I built a T-brace, so you'll see how this works momentarily. Well, first piece up, pretty good, pretty happy with that. I think we're gonna go ahead and do the next piece over.
You got it?
To the point where I want to actually get the can lights installed because I want to start putting more sheetrock on the ceiling. We need to get a wire to every single light and then back to the switch. Well, so you saw we've run that wire, and at this point we need to disconnect the existing lights. We're disconnect it inside the light, pull the staples out, pull the wire back, and connect it into the light back there. All right, well, I'm going to insulate this garage door. I've made it to the point where I have installed half of the garage of sheetrock. We've basically done this half of the garage and all the sheetrock is installed over here. In order to get ready to mud and tape, we're going to go through real quick and check all the surfaces, all the areas where there's screws at and seams. Basically, I just get a Phillips screw gun and a 5-in-1 or 9-in-1 or 11-in-1, depending on what version you have. They're multi-tool, I guess. And basically, I'm just going through and I'm going to run this over all the screw heads and make sure they're below flush. We're going to clean out all the corners, check all the loose material all over the place, and then snug up any screws that may be protruding. This is not a video on how to sheetrock. This is a video on how I sheetrock. I'm not saying what I do is right or that it's wrong. I've done my fair share of sheetrock, many jobs of sheetrock down, and I've learned many things each job I do. For this initial coat, I don't thin this at all. I will, once I actually start doing the seams, I'll thin this down with water, so this whole bag will go into a 5-gallon bucket. We'll throw some water in there and mix it up. Got it, the primer done and the second coat of white on the ceiling. We're going to go ahead and paint the walls gray. And I hate painting. This whole project is all sorts of things I don't like doing. I don't like doing insulation, I don't like doing sheetrock, and I hate painting. So the only thing fun so far has been electrical work. But we're going to go ahead and get the walls painted gray, and then we'll start putting all the stuff on the walls and getting all the tools back over here so we can start the whole process all over again on the other side of the garage. Well, I'm gonna wrap this one up here. So this is the end result for this half of the garage. This is sort of my wife's half of the garage, I'll call it, and she wanted it all cleaned up and nice and tidy, which we've definitely achieved that. It was not a fun project. I hate doing almost all of these things. Sheetrocking is terrible, mudding and taping is terrible, painting, ugh, dread painting every time I have to do it. Insulation in particular, oh man, up there in the top 2 things I hate doing. Roofing and insulation, top 2 things I hate doing. Overall, I really hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you got something out of this one. Really hope you guys will hit that like and subscribe button. It always helps me out in the long run. But until next time, thanks for watching.